Hey y'all, welcome back to Kicking It with Ari. I'm Ari. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you so much. I appreciate it as always. So today I am doing a video on how I test hair from my vendors. One of the first things I like to do is bleach the hair. So with me I have Blonde Brilliance Powder Lightener, which lightens to about a level 9, 30 developer, plastic bowl, wooden mixing spoon, and of course the brush. The hair that I have today with me is from GS Hair. I'll put the information in the description box. So there, I have here the raw hair from GS Hair. I did purchase the raw and the virgin hair. You'll see the virgin hair a little bit further on in the video. But first, let's put on some gloves. I've burned my hand before with bleach, and it's not fun. It hurts, it stains, it makes your skin all, gross and stuff. So wear some gloves. For the powder, I'm gonna use 2 scoops. I really like this powder a lot. Side note. It doesn't smell as harsh as the other like BW powder. It smells kind of like bananas, and it's supposed to be dust free so it doesn't kind of disperse everywhere and get all up in your nose. But anyways, I use 2 scoops of that, and then I use my 30 developer. I like the consistency to be a little more loose than you would when you're bleaching the knots. So I'd say I did 2 scoops of the powder and then probably 3 scoops of the 30 developer. And then you want to mix that all up. I use a wooden spoon. If you use metal, it could have a negative reaction to it. So you're not supposed to use metal when using bleach. And so we're going to go ahead, mix that on up. And then I'm just going to paint it on the hair. Just all over the hair. I honestly could have just did a piece, but I was like, you know what? Whatever, I'll just do the whole thing. So here we go. And I'm fairly heavy-handed with it. I do whatever I want. You don't have to be so light with the bleach. You can be heavy on the bleach. And we're just going to paint that on there all over. I have a lot of energy. I had some coffee. If I'm talking a little fast. But fast motion, because I know y'all don't want to see all of that in slow motion. It took like 5 minutes, so I'm going to help y'all, You want to coat that really nicely. Oftentimes, if you're looking to actually color the hair, I'd say to start at the ends, because it will make it a little less like that blotchy color if you just start at the ends and then work your way up. But because I was just testing the quality of the hair, it wasn't that deep for me. So that's what I did. Pick it up, and if you turn it around, you miss some spots. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it around and start painting the other side as well. But you see how saturated the front part is. All right, now we're going to do the back side, doing the same thing. I was getting a little bit low on bleach, but what I realized is a lot of the front part bleach kind of bled through to the back, so I just had to kind of push it on through, and I was able to have enough for the whole thing. I left a little piece black just for comparison. And then I went ahead and got a comb. And I'm just going to comb that through just so it's a little bit more even. I notice also when you use a comb or anything kind of aggressive when you're bleaching hair, it makes the hair dye faster. It's as if you're putting, tension onto the strands, and so it's opening up the cuticles. And as you can see, the hair was coloring right in front of you. I was surprised at how fast this dyed. I want to say I left the bleach on for 15 to 20 minutes. It really wasn't long at all. And that's the hair afterwards. I washed it out. And like I said, about 15 to 20 minutes, it got to this color. It was literally no problem. And there was no shedding. I recently had tried a vendor, and after I bleached it, I had a clump of a handful of hair. And they were like, oh, that's normal because... Anyways, this hair did not shed at all. I just want to say. And it was beautiful and still soft afterwards. I was pretty impressed. And then I didn't show it, but after rinsing it out a little bit, I put in some purple shampoo just to tone it. So the next thing that I like to do is burn the hair, which you guys have seen me do before. So there I have a little piece of synthetic braiding hair. Braid it up a little bit. And you know how when you burn the ends of your braids to keep them hold, they get all plasticky and hard? That's the difference between synthetic or fake fibers versus real hair. So I'm just showing you how I burnt, the hair. And it started getting all plasticky. It was hard to the touch. it was very stuck together. Like, I couldn't have undid that twist if I wanted to. It was melted together, literally melted. So that's what happens when you burn synthetic hair. And then I took a little piece of a track. This is the GS Virgin hair. And I'm going to do the same thing, twist it on up a little bit. Then I'm going to go ahead and burn that thing too. And with human hair, it's supposed to just flake off like dust, like kind of just dust off. So it'll just burn and turn into dust, or ash, rather. So I did that, and right away the hair just kind of, dusted off, turned to ash. So I decided to do a little bit more so I could show you better. Let's not set my house on fire. Thank you. Looks a little ashy. Pull it off, and it literally just turns right back to hair. Doesn't melt together. So that's how you can tell it's human hair rather than actually synthetic hair. And that's just me burning the synthetic hair again, trying to get a little better video. And you'll see when this fell down and picked it back up, you could see the plastic literally melting off. So, synthetic versus human hair. Close up. Synthetic hair is, of course, a lot more shiny. It just looks like fake fibers melted. Human hair, clean. Next, another way I like to test out vendor hair is by how it holds a curl. People want to be able to do whatever they want to do with their hair. So, of course, that means heat, that means bleach, color, whatever it may be. So I put this is the Baby Bliss curling iron. I think it's a 1.25 inch barrel. And I put it up to like 450 degrees. Gonna go ahead and curl that piece. I would put background music, but I got copyright infringement done. You know what I'm trying to say. They were trying to say that I was copyrighting stuff, so I'll sing you a song. What song's in right now? Let me think. She's a runner, she's a track star. She gonna away when it gets hot. No, all right. Anyways, hair took very well to heat. As you can see, that bounce, it just bounced right back. I'm gonna do another piece for you. And you can tell, like, this hair is like the raw Chinese hair. No, I'm so sorry. I'm lying to you. This is definitely the virgin hair. But it did very much resemble the raw hair in the natural luster. I find that more chemically processed Chinese hair has that shinier luster versus the stuff that's not as processed will look more, I don't want to call it a dull luster, but it just looks more natural. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Held the curl really nicely. It didn't smell bad when I was curling it, and it feels very good as well. The hair itself it's full, it's strong feeling. It feels like real hair. So I was a fan of this hair. It was pretty nice. And my final test that I usually like to do is to see how thick it is. So I'll twirl a bundle just to see if it's full all the way from root to tip, because of course that's really important. It's better to try this when you have a longer length. I prefer it with like 18 to 20 inches just so you can see how full it is from top to bottom. But this is what I ordered to sample. It is very full, even to the touch. Like when you're holding the whole bundle in your hand, it's pretty full. This is about 12 inches of hair. And then I'm flipping it upside down so you can see the short hairs in it. There weren't a lot, but again, I like to do that with longer hair. That's the video. Thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.